Today is Saturday, December 13th, 2025 in Buffalo, New York, and it was snowing heavier before, but it's starting to lighten up. The skies are a little bit lighter. Snowflakes are less big, but yeah, we've already probably got like 2 to 3 inches in less than an hour here, so it's a pretty good lake effect rate. Those are lake effect rates around here. So today we got to take the come along and go pull a log out that we started yesterday, and I'm not exactly sure how to keep the camera from getting covered in snow, but we'll find a way. Oh shit, I got my glove in the snow. That sucks. Snow sleep. Here I got a toe strap bouncing around here. To come on, shackle, come along. We got it tied off with our chain to this tree, and we're going to try to pull it out this way to a sufficient distance, and then I think we're going to change over to there and pull it up that way. We'll see, but you can kind of see it's lightening up a bit, not so much snow, so we're going to let you watch. All right, we moved from this tree to this tree, same setup, and we're able to winch it up over this pile of wood chips, but as you can see, we have run out of winching capacity, so I think I might tie off to, it's a smaller tree back there, but I don't know, we have to pull that hard. I think most of it's up and out, so we got to reset this and then pull this thing all the way over to here so I can cut it. That's my thought. I wanted to pull the tree as one long thing instead of like cutting it in a couple pieces and having to pull each section out, because they're kind of too big for me just to pick up and carry, and a log dolly won't fit in there, so I figured it'd take a little bit longer to pull as one piece, but it'd only be one pull. And who knows, maybe I'll learn that that's not the way to do it. All right, not too eventful, but for completion, we tied it off to this young sapling up high, and that tree bent quite a bit, but didn't break. Mostly we just caught in one spot. Once it got loose, it wasn't too hard of a pull. Yeah, so we're gonna take the chain off, but leave that set up because I'm not exactly sure if I can drag that out of there. I have to come along the butt section out. That was pretty heavy. A lot of breath, but we got those stacked there. Kind of drag it through the middle of the wood chip pile. And now we're just gonna take a look. We have to just clean up a little bit of the damaged brush in here, just so it's not a tripping hazard for anybody. Yeah. All right, well, we pulled it from all the way out from while we were there. I think we're just gonna do a last minute cleanup and then on to the next. Gotta take all my rigging down over here. All right, we're packed up. I am sweating but getting cold, so I put my coat on. You can see they did say another band of lake effect was going to move through, so I think that's hitting us now. Yeah, we got one more tree we want to look at before lunch. All right, I thought there's a couple other hung up trees and they're small ones, but I must have already got them out. So the next tree to look at is that dead one, which I don't want to get hung up on that pine tree branch or on that tree over there. It's definitely leaning. You know, if I was to cut it the way it's leaning, you know, it's leaning like 3 feet that direction. I would like it to come towards me, 90 degrees from where it wants to fall, or even right through this opening here would be awesome. It would miss that branch and come directly this way, but that is a pretty big offset from its natural lean, and I don't really have a branch to throw a rope over, nor necessarily a safe place to pull that from. So I'm getting fatigued, I'm sweaty, and it's lunchtime. I think I'm gonna go have lunch and relax, and maybe there'll be an afternoon or a different day project. I'll have to ponder. I guess there is a branch up there. I'd have to be able to throw it up there and get a rope around and then pull it this way. But that's probably what, like a 60-foot tree or 70-foot tree. I'd have to be out of reach of that or pull it around.